Hello everyone, this is Lydia. There are lots of great designs for the Cricut Joy and the Cricut Joy card mat in Design Space, but you can also create your own insert cards in just a few steps. To make an insert card, the first thing to do is get the slits to hold the insert. So I'll go to Images, Image Sets, and search for Insert. This will bring up the Insert Card Corners image set. There are 17 of these to choose from. I will scroll down and I want to use the bracket corners. So I'll put those on my design screen. This image is already sized to 4 by 5 1/4, which fits the inserts and the insert card sets that Cricut sells. If you want to make your card larger, you'll need to adjust these corners accordingly. Next, I'll select an image. I'm going to search for the dimensional paper art image set. These images work well for insert cards since the insert can show through the cuts. So I'll scroll down and get the hedgehog right there. I'm going to make him a little smaller. Now, normally image orientation doesn't matter that much, but since we are dealing with a folded card, it does. The fold will be on the left-hand side when we put the card on the card mat. You can adjust the mat, the rotation in the mat preview screen, but I find it easier to do here in the design screen. With the image selected, go up here to rotate and enter 270, and that'll get him perfectly vertical. The next thing I want to do is add some written text. So I'll hit text and I'm going to choose writing style, and then I'm going to choose my font. And I know I want to use I'm going to filter just the writing fonts, and I know I want to use Loop de Loo. So I'll insert that and type in my text. So I'm going to make it smaller so I could get it all on the screen. Now I need to ungroup. Whoops. I need to ungroup this so I can move it together. Because I don't want to do it separate like that, so I want it to look cursive. And I'm selecting the letters with my mouse and holding down my shift key to keep them all on the same x-axis, and so they don't move up and down. Whoops, I grabbed two. And you might not have to do this with every font, but a font like this that is supposed to look connected, you want to do that because it looks better this way. And that guy went up. So that'll work for our purposes. And so I'll select all that and attach it. And again, this needs to be rotated, so I'll go up here to rotate and put in 270. And put it where I want it, still a little big. I'll size it down. Make sure all of this is where I want it. And since there's no background image, because we're not cutting the image, we're not cutting the paper that this is going on, that we're cutting that with I cut that with my trimmer, or I can use the insert cards that Cricut sells. So I'm going to select all those and attach. And if I'm using my paper that I've trimmed with my paper trimmer, I can use the Joy to cut the insert. So all I need to do with that is insert a square, unlock the padlock, go up here to size and make it 4 by 5 1/4. And hit enter. And I'll make that pink. So there'll be different colors. And now we're ready to cut, but I'll save it first. And when I click Make It, it's going to ask me what I want to do about mats. If I have smart materials, I could cut without a mat, or a regular mat, or a card mat, or I can do different kinds of mat with my different things that I'm cutting. So I'm going to use 2 different mats with this. So I'll click multiple ways. So I'm going to use the card mat for my card base. So I'm going to select on card mat. And then the material size is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is the size of the folded card that will go on the card mat. And it fits perfectly. And now on the second mat, I'm going to use a regular Cricut Joy mat on that, the green mat. And so I choose on mat. I'm going to go up here and select my first mat so that when I hit continue, that mat will be ready to cut. So I hit continue, and it's going to find my machine. And then I'll select my material, the insert cardstock. This works well for most cardstock choices that you would have, like 80-pound cardstock. And then it will prompt me to load the pen, and then once it does the writing, it will prompt me, it will pause and then prompt me to load the blade. I have more information about cutting and assembling this card in my blog post, which I have linked to in the description of this video. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.